In this video, I'll reveal life-changing lessons from the King of Salem in the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, a book that celebrities like Will Smith, Madonna and Pharrell Williams recommend for its insights on finding and following your true purpose. Discover why it's crucial to pursue your destiny, stay true to your path, and avoid simply following the crowd. Everyone has a mission on Earth. Are you ready to find yours? You can get the book from the top link in the description. Time for the wisdom from the King of Salem right at the start of the book. The story starts with a boy called Santiago, who's a shepherd, and he has a recurrent dream twice, and it finishes at the pyramids of Egypt. However, at the end of it, it says, "Here you will find your treasure." But then he wakes up every time. So he wants to know the meaning of his dream, so he goes to a gypsy to read his dreams, and she says you just need to go to the pyramids. After talking to the gypsy, he goes to sit down and read a book while the sun sets. He's just trying to read his book and an old man comes and sits next to him and tries to start a conversation. But, like I said, he's just trying to read, don't want to be distracted. The old man asks what book he's reading to try and start a conversation. So he shows the old man the book because not many people could read back then, so he thought he'd just leave him alone if he couldn't read. The old man then says word for word, it's a book that says the same thing almost all the other books in the world say. It describes people's inability to choose their own destinies, and it ends up saying that everyone believes the world's greatest lie. What's the world's greatest lie? The boy asked, completely surprised. It's this: that at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. That's the world's greatest lie. That's never happened to me, the boy said. They wanted me to be a priest, but I decided to become a shepherd. Much better, said the old man, because you really like to travel. He knew what I was thinking, the boy said to himself. The old man, meanwhile, was leafing through the book without seeming to want to return it at all. So the first little lesson in that is that a lot of people just follow the crowd, be a sheep as they call it, and don't actually end up doing what they want to do. Like, he wanted to travel, so he chose to go against what his parents said and be a shepherd so he could travel. Now I'm going to fast forward on in the story to keep giving you some of the king's wisdom. I'm the King of Salem, the old man had said. Why would a king be talking with a shepherd? The boy asked, awed and embarrassed. For several reasons. But let's say that the most important is that you have succeeded in discovering your destiny. The boy didn't know what a person's destiny was. It's what you have always wanted to accomplish. Everyone, when they are young, knows what their destiny is. At that point in their lives, everything is clear and everything is possible. They are not afraid to dream and to yearn for everything they would like to see happen to them in their lives. But as time passes, a mysterious force begins to convince them that it will be impossible for them to realise their destiny. None of what the old man was saying made much sense to the boy. It's a force that appears to be negative, but actually shows you how to realise your destiny. It prepares your spirit and your will, because there is one great truth on this planet. Whoever you are, and whatever it is that you do, when you really want something, it's because that desire originated in the soul of the universe. It's your mission on Earth. Even when all you want to do is travel, or marry the daughter of a textile merchant, yes, or even search for treasure. The soul of the world is nourished by people's happiness, and also by unhappiness, envy and jealousy. To realise one's destiny is a person's only real obligation. All things are one, and when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Now this is a short story about why you should follow your purpose. Why do you tend a flock of sheep? Because I like to travel. The old man pointed to a baker standing in his shop window at one corner of the plaza. When he was a child, that man wanted to travel too. But he decided first to buy his bakery and put some money aside. When he's an old man, he's going to spend a month in Africa. He never realised that people are capable, at any time in their lives, of doing what they dream of. He should have decided to become a shepherd, the boy said. Well, he thought about that, the old man said, but bakers are more important people than shepherds. Bakers have homes, while shepherds sleep out in the open. Parents would rather see their children marry bakers than shepherds. The old man continued. In the long run, what people think about shepherds and bakers becomes more important for them than their own destinies. The old man leafed through the book and fell to reading a page he came to. The boy waited, and then interrupted the old man, just as he himself had been interrupted. Why are you telling me all this? Because you are trying to realise your destiny. and you are at the point where you're about to give it all up. And that's when you always appear on the scene. Not always in this way, but I always appear in one form or another. Sometimes I appear in the form of a solution or a good idea. At other times, at a crucial moment, I make it easier for things to happen. There are other things I do too, but most of the time people don't realise I've done them. And then it goes on to a story about a miner. The old man related that the week before he had been forced to appear before a miner and had taken the form of a stone. The miner had abandoned everything to go mining for emeralds. For 5 years he had been working a certain river and had examined hundreds of thousands of stones looking for an emerald. The miner was about to give it all up, right at the point when, if he were to examine just one more stone, just one more, he would find his emerald. Since the miner had sacrificed everything to his destiny, the old man decided to become involved. He transformed himself into a stone that rolled up to the miner's foot. The miner, with all the anger and frustration of his 5 fruitless years, picked up the stone and threw it aside. But he had thrown it with such force that it broke the stone it fell upon, and there, embedded in the broken stone, was the most beautiful emerald in the world. People learn early in their lives what is their reason for being, said the old man, with a certain bitterness. Maybe that's why they give up on it so early, too. But that's the way it is. The boy reminded the old man that he said something about hidden treasure. Treasure is uncovered by the force of flowing water, and it is buried by the same currents, said the old man. The next day the boy met the old man at noon. He brought 6 sheep with him. I'm surprised, the boy said. My friend bought all the other sheep immediately. He said that he had always dreamed of being a shepherd and that it was a good omen. That's the way it always is, said the old man. It's called the principle of favourability. When you play cards the first time, you're almost sure to win. Beginner's luck. Why is that? Because there is a force that wants you to realise your destiny. It whets your appetite with a taste of success. In order to find the treasure, you will have to follow the omens. God has prepared a path for everyone to follow. You just have to read the omens that he left for you. And now the last bit of wisdom that the king gave us. The oil analogy for happiness from the king. The old king tells Santiago a story about a shopkeeper who sent his son to learn the secret of happiness from the wisest man alive. After a long journey, the boy finds the wise man in a beautiful, lively palace. He explains his quest, and the wise man listens patiently, but says he can't reveal the secret just yet. Instead, he hands the boy a spoon with 2 drops of oil and tells him, "Take a look around my palace, but don't spill the oil." The boy explores the palace, focusing only on the oil and missing the sights. When he returns, the wise man asks, "Did you see the tapestries, the gardens, the beauty of my world?" Embarrassed, the boy admits he saw nothing. The wise man then sends him off again to observe the palace's beauty. This time, the boy takes in the marvels of the palace, but returns with an empty spoon. The wise man tells him, "The secret of happiness is to see all the marvels of the world without forgetting the drops of oil on the spoon." Santiago understands. True happiness means balancing dreams and responsibilities, seeing the world while staying grounded in what truly matters. Thank you for watching. Please like if you learnt something and subscribe to keep learning. If you want to buy the book, then like I said, the link is top of the description. And if the next video on this book is out, then the playlist is on screen now. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.